Hello. I hope you're all having a wonderful Sunday. Staying nice and warm and toasty someplace and not out in the cold. Um, I'm just popping on tonight. Ryan got called into work today, so he's not home. And the girls have asked me to make sweet garlic chicken. So I thought while I was making sweet garlic chicken for them, I might as well show all of you just how easy it is to make. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here in a moment. Let me grab my water and then we'll get going. All right. So we're going to make one of my favorite, and obviously it's the girls' favorite too because they asked if I would make it for them tonight. I'm going to make one of my new solutions. This is sweet garlic chicken. If you haven't tried this yet, you guys have to grab this. Make sure you get it. Um, we use this all the time. It calls for sweet potatoes and chicken thighs, but we have learned you can use whatever kind of potatoes you want. You can use whatever kind of protein you want. So I've made it with chicken thighs. I'm going to use boneless, skinless breast tonight. We've made it with pork chops. You can make it with shrimp, whatever kind of protein you want. That's what makes it really nice. We've also totally skipped the protein and just used it on potatoes. Um, we put it up on our like cooling racks and it gets a little crispy. We've done shoestring potatoes, we've done potato wedges. It's really good. So super simple to make. I've got my oven preheated to 425. The recipe on the back calls for 450. That's fine if you're just going to use whatever pan that you want, but I highly recommend using Epicure's sheet pan and sheet pan liner. Because our liner is silicone, it can only go into the oven up to 425. So that's why mine is at 425. It just has to cook a few extra minutes longer, no big deal. The reason why I want to do it on our sheet pan liner is this comes off totally removable, really easy to clean. You're not going to be sitting there scrubbing your sheet pan. Look how nice and shiny my sheet pan still is, because I always use the liner with it. You rinse this off when you're done, you're ready to go. That's our full size sheet pan and liner. We do have a smaller quarter sheet pan and liner, and I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Remember how nice and pretty shiny that one was? My quarter sheet pans are not so nice and shiny and pretty anymore because I put them in my dishwasher. They still work perfect, but they're not as pretty. So you want to make sure if you do get our sheet pans that you hand wash them, which is not a big deal if you have the sheet pan liners because you're not going to be scrubbing them anyways. So that's our quarter sheet pan, full sheet pan to make our sweet garlic chicken today. So all we're gonna do is I'm gonna cut up some regular potatoes. I'm not a huge sweet potato fan, so I've used this with just Idaho potatoes. I've used it with red potatoes. It's really good. Baby potatoes, whatever kind of potatoes you want to use, you can cut them however you want. And I'm using our Prep Pro chef's knife to do that. And then I'm just gonna toss them into the bowl when I'm done because we're going to put everything right in that bowl. So it calls for about 3 cups of potatoes in small cubes. Once again, however you want to do them. When we do the shoestring potatoes, we actually use Epicure's mandolin and cut them with that. Like I said, however you want to cut your potatoes is fine. Really like our chef knife. Doesn't have to ever be sharpened. It's really sharp. You have to watch and pay attention to what you're doing. Get these potatoes cut. Now with the chicken thighs, I normally just put them in whole. You can cut them up if you want. With our chicken breast today, I am going to cut our chicken breast up. And then when I do pork chops, I usually get boneless pork chops. I cut those up as well. You could use shrimp if you wanted to. That's fine too. Okay. Almost done with our potatoes here. This is our non-slip cutting board that I'm cutting on. It's nice and sturdy. It's not going to move while you're cutting, which is always a plus. You don't have to worry about it moving and you cutting something that's not a potato. All right, got my potatoes cut. I have about 3 chicken breasts here that I'm going to use. Let me rinse off. And you can cut this however you want to cut it. Totally up to you. If you want to put them on there whole too, that's fine. Whatever you want to do, it's just like kind of like crafting. I always say there's no wrong answers. Whatever you do, it's going to come out unique and taste delicious. Get all our chicken here cut. Got 2 more breasts to go here. We'll toss these in. Some of them are a little smaller than others. And then this will feed the girls and I for supper tonight. There's leftovers. Ryan can have them if not. We made cha-cha chili the other day. And he put hot and spicy beans in it, so that is all his. I don't do spicy food, any of you that know me. Okay, almost done with our chicken here. Like I said, if you want to keep them whole, you can. The girls and I just prefer it in smaller pieces. Just makes it easier for us. And it is nice because it's going to get nice and golden brown. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move my cutting board out of the way. Okay, then all we have to do yet is we're going to put the seasoning packet in. I'm going to use my Prep Pro scissors here. Open. And I'm just going to kind of sprinkle it in because we're going to mix it up. And then whatever oil you want to use is fine, whatever you prefer. I've got some extra virgin olive oil that I'm going to use. It's just a tablespoon of oil. And then sometimes I use my hand. Today I've got my saute spoon. Our grip and grabs also work well for this too. You just want to make sure that it is well mixed. Now the recipe on the back, it does say at 450 degrees. You're going to do it for I think up to 17 minutes, 16 to 18 minutes. I've done it that way, but like I said, I'm going to use our sheet pan and sheet pan liner. The sheet pan liner is good up to 425 degrees. So I'm not going to put it in for 16 to 18 minutes. I'm actually going to put it in for a full 20 and check it. Usually it's done 20, 21 minutes. So it's nice because this is a super fast meal that tastes delicious. Okay, that's literally all we're going to do. I'm going to take my sheet pan liner and I'm just going to dump it on. Make sure I get all that good seasoning out. And I'm just going to kind of spread it out so it's going to cook evenly. I don't want anything kind of stacked on top of each other. Okay. All right. And that's all there is to making our sweet garlic chicken. I'm going to go ahead and stick this in my oven for about 20 minutes. I'll take a picture when it's done and post. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.